Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first episode of the Oot podcast with your two host. My name is Kiki, coming to you live through my lit ass apartment. My co-host is
Rob Easy or Rob E, whatever you want to call me. Also coming live from my dope ass apartment, ED.
Rob.fucking-E. For sure. So which topic did you want to start with today?
Shit, so we have a bunch of topics for you guys. We have a whole list, but we're just gonna pick a couple. Let's kind of go back and start with. It's still early enough. We can still talk about our 2021 goals. Still early enough to do that.
Yeah, facts. I'm with it. Start us off, baby.
Wait, hold on, my bad. Technical difficulties. Go back to the thing. All right. So you should be able to go to that and go back easily. Oh, easily. Okay, my bad. All right. So for 2021, for me, I think a big thing I want to focus on this year is just everything I say I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it. Regardless if I'm gonna fail, regardless if I'm gonna fall flat on my face, regardless if it works out, if it doesn't work out. This is one of the actual things. So I'm actually doing the goal as I speak about it, which is kind of dope. Is I tend to say I want to do stuff and then I kind of hold back and I make up excuses and I'm gonna do it tomorrow or whatever. And I realize, I'm not getting any younger, and it's time just to fully dive in life because there's only one you, so you might as well just go as hard as you can, possibly as you. So this year, I'm writing down my goals, and I am going to try to accomplish them as much as possible, and also just try to be the best dad and get healthy and all that other good stuff too. So yeah.
Facts. I like every single one of those goals.
What about you?
Yeah, honestly, that's one of my biggest goals too. Is just, well, I mean, let's top number one is definitely health for me.
Facts.
I need to get slimmer for sure. I feel like 230, 220 is too much pushing it for me. I know it's bad when I go up the stairs and I can't breathe. Like that's the last thing I want to do. Or when I give tours, like I gave a tour today and I went up the stairs. I was like, oh God.
Tour? Oh, at the gym, right?
So yeah, this is the cardio area. Just to let you know. Hold on, guys. I'm a little out of breath. That's what happened. Literally. That's the last thing I want to do.
You're down though, right? I thought you lost like 20 pounds or some shit.
I did. I was like completely 240 at the start of like June, and then I lost 20 pounds. Then I kind of like once October hit, I kind of like loosened the diet and stuff like that and the nutrition just because of the holidays. So I was trying to just enjoy it and then start back fresh again on like January. But yeah, like I got stretch marks on my tummy and I ain't cute at all. Never had that in my life. That was an eye opener for me when I first saw a stretch mark. I was like, bro, I need to lose some weight.
I feel you. I mean, I feel like a lot of people that's happened due to just COVID. Like, it's easy to like lose weight and be like, oh, all this when you're like around people and stuff. But when you're just at home and you're bored and there's like nothing to do, it's nothing but drinking and eating bad food and not caring. So it's totally understandable. But
Facts.
But yeah.
Yeah, and same thing with like when Jade got pregnant and stuff. Like, she didn't really get a lot of the weight. I gained all the weight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, I mean, you know how many times we ate Taco Bell?
All the my time. God, y'all were eating Taco Bell all the time. I was like, bro, Taco Bell again?
Burritos. It's so bad now. Kai's favorite food is bean and cheese burritos.
I know, bruh. Oh my God. So Araya, we've like gotten her like, she doesn't want bottles no more. She only wants real food and she wants bad food. Like she wants Chick-fil-A. Like if I give her baby food and then I'm eating something else, she only wants what I have. And we already gave her a taste of like fast food. I'm like, bruh, she can't be. That's already a bad start.
Yeah, we fucked up with Kai. Like I started giving ice cream. That led to like cookies, and that led to like other sweets, and that led to popsicles, and that led to soda. I'm like, fuck, we need to slow down. But I mean, he's a pretty good eater. He's pretty picky. So
yeah.
And then that's one of my things too.
What happened?
That's one of my things too. With like one of my goals is like learning more like stuff with cooking, like just digging deep and just learning new recipes and learning new ways to like cook and stuff like that. Because I think cooking's like lit. I think it's super therapeutic. I think there's nothing better than like making a plate and then giving it to someone and seeing what they think. Like I think that's super dope to me. And like, there's times where I'm like, shit, I be cooking like some good ass shit. And I look at it, I'm like, God damn, Keanu.
I know, bro. You be sending the pictures. I'd be like, bro, that looks like some chef shit.
Facts, I'd be sitting
What
there
the
like,
fuck?
is my name Gordon Ramsay? I'm not at that level, but hey, you know. But yeah, so
So what are you gonna do to kind of help ensure that you accomplish your goals? Because I know that what's one thing, because I know that a lot of people like they have New Year's resolution. They're like, this year I'm gonna do this, and it's like,
mhm,
no, your bitch ass is not.
facts.
So have you thought of anything that's gonna like help you to kind of remind yourself, like, hey, I need to stick with this and stuff like that?
Yeah, I read this book called The Compound Effect. And in the compound effect, it really describes on how you're supposed to like set your goals for yourself that are
Mm,
like one, not so super far out. So like something that you're never going to hit, like saying I'm gonna lose fucking 100 pounds in 6 months. Like something not it's like being realistic with your goal, you know? And like separating it. So instead of having like a long term, I have a day, a week, a monthly, a quarterly, and an annual goal. Each
mm,
goal will it's like a snowball effect. So if I do all my daily goals, I meet my weekly goal. If I hit my weekly goals, I hit my monthly goals. Monthly goes to annual, and then monthly goes to quarterly, and then quarterly goes to annual. So it all is like a snowball effect in it. And it's more for like it's kind of weird how I set my goals up. So I have like I said, I have my health based on like weight loss and strength. And then I have like my creative goals, which is like streaming, podcasting, and video and just content in general.
right.
And then I have like my self development goal. So like what I can improve on as a human being. I can be more kind, I can be more nice, I can be like more just all in better, just being a better individual is what I kind of
Right.
strive as well. Those are the three things for me: health, creative, and like myself, and just improving myself to be the best person I can be.
Got you.
And like you said
Cool.
too, like doing what you say, like there's a lot of times you'd be like, yeah, let's do this shit. And then 6 months go by and I'm like, damn, I didn't do
I
anything.
didn't do shit. Yeah.
I
And
just went to work every
I
day and
think
put my
that's
pants
why I'm
on.
trying to go so hard this year is going off of past years and looking at 2020 like, oh, I said I was going to do this and didn't do any of that. I know hella shit happened, but it's not always an excuse. And like, so for me, I've just been writing a lot more stuff down, and like I'll write out what I want to do, and then I'll break it down into small manageable goals. So like instead of being like, I want to make $100,000, I'll be like, I want to make that I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and this. Then under those, I'll write little goals like, and I'm gonna do it like this, and this, and try this, and then tweak things, and then kind of been going through that. And I noticed that the more I write stuff down, for some reason, I don't know what that is, but it comes into fruition a lot more than when I just like think it in my head, and then I don't know what that is. It's like the power of the pen. It's hella weird, but
Yeah, there's
um,
nothing better than the power of the pen, to be honest, compared to like writing a note in your phone.
right, right. So I've been kind of doing that, but so far so good. So that's kind of like hopefully 2021 is a lot better than 2020. 2020 was whack. I mean, I know we still have COVID, but I think it's like a lot has to do too with like your mindset and how you kind of attack the day and what you do with your time. Because I've wasted a lot of fucking time, and I'm just trying to like use the rest of my young life to like do what I want to do before like you get to that point where you're just like, bro, I can't do shit no more. I'm 50 years old and I never started or
I agree.
whatever,
Yeah, the last
or
thing I want to
60,
do
70.
is look back and be like, fuck, everything that I had dreamed for, I didn't even give it a chance. I
Right.
just, and that was one of my biggest things too, is I was scared to put myself out there. I just didn't know
Yeah.
how I would get feedback. Like a video that I put out, like I would just send to you guys rather than posting it like on something that I thought was funny onto like Instagram or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, like even like all the discussions we had where we sit down, we have like hours long, like conversations where like, shit, we should have been recording a podcast for this. And,
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad we're doing this now, but
mm-hmm,
I do wish some of those conversations were recorded because some of those debates and stuff were like dead ass like fire, and like people would have been like, "Oh, that shit was bullshit," and they would have commented and all that. But we're still gonna do it. I just think that one of these podcasts we're gonna have like a whole ass like round table of people, and then just do it because
that's the
just
dream.
to get all those like perspectives, like even with my brothers and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the dream. Literally, where it can be like a Joe Rogan. We have our own little studio that we drive to and we go and podcast
bro,
every Thursday. That'd
can't
be so lit.
that'd be so tight. Oh, all right. So that's 2021. Okay, let's make a random transition here. Um, shit. Well, how's life? What's going on? I know that your job was like hella annoying and shit.
Yeah, that shit was ass, dude. Literally. So that's why we're supposed to record yesterday, but what ended up happening is cooking dinner, just finished cooking dinner. All of a sudden, my GM calls me, "Hey, closer's feeling sick. We don't got a closer. You got to go in." What the fuck? You serious? Yes. Dead serious. I'm on my way to Sacramento. I need you to go. I was like, great. All right. Let
Damn.
me put my fucking pants on and everything and pack my dinner. I'll go over. So I go over, and this bitch, this girl who's been closing, like she's already pretty annoying. Like 18-year-old girl. She moved from Oregon to live in Nevada to go to school. Um, she like I think she fakes the shit that she does. She fakes that she's sick when I know she's not sick, and then says that she has like problems, but she'll tell other staff that she was like out the night before, like partying and shit. So, anyways, I go in at work, close the gym 9:30. I get another call. Opener can't come in. Family emergency. I'm like, bro, I
What?
just I just left the gym. Like it's 9:30. He's like, I know it sucks, but you got to go in at 4:30 in the morning. Like, great.
Bruh.
So I went home. I'm like pissed the fuck off. Go straight to bed. Wake up and go straight to work. I was at work from 4:30 a.m. till 2 p.m. Went home. Went to bed. Woke up. And that's when I hit you.
I was like dead ass. I hit the group chat and I hit Jade. Like, yo, is Keanu okay? Is he alive?
I was
Did he lose his
heated.
did he lose his phone? Like, what the fuck's going
I was fucking heated.
on? Oh
It
my
legit
god, that's
was
some
so upset.
that's why, bro, we gotta make it, bro. Fuck these 9 to 5s, man. They don't pay. They never utilize people to their full potential. They just piss people off.
I agree. And like, I mean, being a manager is a little bit cooler. Like, I mean, it's not less responsibility, but I don't have to do like the grunt shit, like the front desk type of things, the like cold calling and crap like that. Like, I'm telling people to go do it now. The crappy side of it is dealing with people, dealing with like your employees. Like,
Yeah.
especially when you try your hardest to create like a cool dynamic between every staff member, and then there's like
Mhm.
those one or two like bad people. It's like, fuck you guys. You guys fucked everything up. Now I have to actually work my ass off to like deal with this shit.
Right. That's hella annoying.
hmm And
I don't
like,
know how you do it.
yeah, I know, right? And then also like, you always think when you're a manager, you don't got to hear by anybody else. Nah, you also got your DM talking shit to you and telling you that you need to get on shit. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
I'm getting,
And you're looked at as like um an example. So you can't like just be like, I don't give a fuck because like you're the manager. Yeah.
yeah, I got to be the leader. You know, I'm the example of how you should be there. And it just sucks dick because I'm getting ass blasted from employees that can't do their shit. I'm getting ass blasted from the DM. I'm getting ass blasted from my boss. I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm just trying to figure. I'm just trying to do the schedule, and you guys are ass blasting me from every
Yeah.
side.
And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck you do? Oh my god, that's annoying.
Yeah,
I
man.
feel you
How's your
though.
life?
But that's why we're here, bro. We're gonna get out of that shit. Like,
I agree.
yeah, because my job's annoying too. Like,
Yeah, you told me
you
they
know,
wrote you
it's
up.
sales stuff, so it's like no matter how good you do, they always want you to do better, and it's like they're always like, we need to do more, we need to do more, we need to do more, and it just like it's annoying. I hate feeling like I'm on a hamster wheel
Then
all
that's
the
what's
time.
always sales. Like it's always like you gotta, you kill it 1 month, great. Time to redo it.
Right? That was cool, but can you do it again?
Yeah. Oh, your goal's higher this month. Oh, so I got to double what I did last time. Great.
Right.
Remember
Facts,
that
bro.
at
All right, well,
CrossFit.
let's switch gears here. I'm just gonna hit you with a random ass topic just to see where our brains go. So, where do you think? Because me and you both love music so much, where do you think hip hop is headed after this era, or even like this era, like maybe in the next few years? Like, what do you see it going? Because I know that like you like a lot of musical artists. I do too. I kind of have a little bit of a different perspective. We kind of agree on a lot of the same stuff, but I'm just from a I kind of grew up in a different era a little bit. So like, where do you see it going? Because you can kind of see how it is now. It's so like trappy and like different than it
hmm
was say like 5, 6, 7 years ago. So
Yeah,
I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
hip hop. It's weird because there's so like it kind of happened to EDM when EDM first got super popular. So EDM got super big in like I want to say 2009, 2010, where like was like a phenomenon, right?
Mm.
So with EDM, like there's so many different subgenres. You have like trance, progressive house, hardstyle, hardcore, house music, and like big room house, like all these different dubstep, all these different styles. And that's kind of where rap and hip hop has gone to. There's so many different like genres now. You have emo rap, you have like melodic rap, you have like traditional hip hop, you have trap, you have like what's another one like fuck. I'm trying to think of the other subgenre of it, but like rap in example, there's so many different sounds now, and
Yeah.
so like I don't know. So there's two routes I think it will go. I think it's gonna go into like an era where all the terrible artists, like the sound, not really SoundCloud artists, but kind of like the artists that don't really have that artist level, or is gonna get fleshed out. So like Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, all these artists that really don't provide substance into their music. And I feel like this is where it's going now, where people are starting to pay attention to lyrics more again and not really caring about beats. Because now I've been noticing that people have been paying attention more to what artists have been saying. So like the artists that haven't been saying shit, they've been kind of going away now. And I like that. I like that there's more lyricists coming out and wanting to be lyricists instead of just caring about a specific sound, which is
But do you
cool.
but do you think that it's like that because of the way life is, or do you think like because from my perspective, I still kind of feel like it's you're not 100% going like that. Like there is people that appreciate lyrics and stuff, and there always will be, but I still feel like what dominates the culture is just like that trappy ass
Beats.
stupid. Like even all the new people that I see that are coming up, like random people, it's all it sounds all the same bullshit.
I was gonna
So
agree. Yeah.
do you think people are like kind of trying to go back to the old shit because life is just like more idle and people like are more into that? But if like life opened back up and there was Rolling Loud and like clubs and parties, you think it will go back to that the bullshit that that's all people care about?
I think so. I think that's another thing, like festival rap. Like when you listen to a song, you're like, this shit would sound hella dope at a festival. I think
Yeah,
there's also that too. There's an entrance to like music, or to not music, but in hip hop, where you want to go and hear that song at a festival. Like there's certain artists that we saw at Rolling Loud. I would never go to their concert, but I would definitely go see them at a festival.
yeah. No, I mean Rolling Loud changed everything for me. Like me, I was like the most stubborn hip hop head. I was like, fuck that. They can't rap. They can't spit. They're trash. I don't care. Like no, like I hate these niggas. They get on rap, tap, hap, smat, and I went to the shut the hell up. You suck. Right? So then I went to Rolling Loud and I saw some of these people perform, and I was like, oh, I get it. Like, this
Mhm.
is why you make that type of music. This makes sense because in this environment, I probably wouldn't want to hear the most woke dude ever because I'm just trying to party and turn up and have hella fun. And although that could be dope there too, which it has been, like, we got
Mhm.
to see Nipsey, we got to see, Absol and stuff like that. Majority of like the people that were there for like the crazy Comethazine, Travis Scott, Little Uzi, all that stuff,
Mhm.
and it made sense. So their lane like is necessary, but I just don't want that shit to dominate the culture and everybody think rap is just this stupid ass like pop pills, get face tats, get dreads, say stupid stuff, talk about like because then it just gets saturated to the point where it looks like a dumb genre, like it's not even
Yeah.
music anymore.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the hard part. Like you really have to pick through the artists now. Like you can't just like there's so many fucking artists now. It's ridiculous. Like I literally have to like go through and see like what artists I
See,
like and
I
what
think
artists
that's
I
a
don't
problem
like.
too. But like what you just said, I think that's a problem too.
It's a big
It's
problem because
it's
like
too
you said,
easy.
it's saturated and it's too easy
Yeah.
now to make music.
Like honestly, we could become rappers tomorrow.
Oh, literally, I have Fruity Loops. All you gotta say is some random shit, and I'm sure I can
I'll
like
be
get
like,
it.
fucking your bitch in that bank,
Hey,
killing that shit because I think,
yup.
I don't care what it, boom, hit Spotify #1, but on everything on that hardest beat ever. Like, bro, this shit is trash.
Yeah, that's why I really like the artists that are like artists that really like their craft. I appreciate even more, like J.
Yeah,
Cole and Kendrick. The artists that
facts.
really like spend their time and just don't drop to drop. That really want to
Mhm.
like dig deeper in their craft and perfect the sound that they're looking for. And there's not a
Right.
lot of artists that do that anymore, unless you're
Yeah.
like a
No.
super freak, like Juice WRLD, for example, will go and record 3 songs and he'll freestyle 3 songs and then tell the producer pick your favorite one and each song's a hit. Like that's one of the craziest things I've heard. And I've only
Yeah.
heard artists like Wayne doing the same thing.
Yeah. They're just anomalies though. They're the way their minds work and just everything aligns perfectly, and they were like born to do that. Like that's literally their purpose. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. It just annoys me. Like I know that you like Mario Judah, but even that, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
You know what I think it is?
Crazy ass.
I
Huh?
think what it is with Mario Judah, it's not really about, and this is another problem with hip hop. It's not really about his music. It's like the personality now. Like I like his personality.
Oh,
His
I
music
see.
is
Yeah.
kind of like him. Some of his songs are stupid. Like the dude literally stole DaBaby's Rockstar song, did the whole entire cover to the song. He even said DaBaby's part when he's talking to his daughter. Like,
What?
yeah, bro, you got to listen to it. Like,
How
it's
you rap? How
fucking
you rap
ridiculous.
about somebody else's daughter? What?
Yeah, he's like literally doing DaBaby's whole entire part of the whole entire song. And not just that, he performed it at the Rolling Loud stream. And DaBaby tweeted, like, who the fuck is this guy playing my song right now? And then that guy,
Stupid.
Drusky, he's like, that is not DaBaby. And then he like mimics his sound. He's like, Rhino Lamborghini.
Stupid.
Yeah, there's like certain artists, like I have my guilty pleasures. Like
Oh, of course.
Cochise is my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Comethazine is a guilty pleasure.
Bro, Comethazine is a huge guilty pleasure for me.
Yeah,
Shout out to my brother Cameron. Like literally, like you know me, bro. I was like, nah. But then when I'm turned, like Comethazine goes crazy,
it's
bro.
facts. Same thing with
Brooke
like,
staying safe. I'm just like, bro, I just gets me hype. I be in the gym
well, even
like
so,
going hands to that.
you know what song I really like off his new album is what's that song? It's something win. We will win or something like that.
Oh, we gonna win?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
he's talking like super soft, but he's rapping like his regular songs and it's over a soft beat. I'm like, bruh. Yeah, bro, this fucking song cracks me up.
It's hella funny because it's like, yeah, like he's like trying to be hard. I was like, bro, I thought, okay, on this beat, maybe he'll just be like more like, I was bored, but no, he's still like, bitch, like, bro, what?
Boo! That dude is a
Hella
trip.
funny.
He is the definition of Florida.
Oh my, Florida is insane. Like, I don't even know if I could go there. Like, just all the stuff I read, the Florida man, what is it? The Florida man? Is
Oh,
that what it's
Florida
called?
Man subreddit? Yeah.
Yeah, like what the fuck do they do? What are they feeding these people? And what do they give them? What's in the water? Like,
Literally, they're just feeding them straight cockroaches. Literally.
that's hella funny.
Those people never die, for one. They're all fucking insane. Like, anyone from Broward County, they're all intense. X was from Broward, so was Kodak. Like, two crazy ass motherfuckers.
Bro, they're literally like nuts. Like, especially like, I mean, X was at least kind of smart. Kodak is like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what
The
is
dude
wrong
barely
with you?
talk. I can't get over his music. His voice is so weird to me. Same thing with like everybody says, "Oh, you should like Lil Baby." I don't really. I just can't get over his voice.
It's literally the voice. Like, I looked up some of his lyrics. They're not even bad. It's just I don't like that shit. I don't
Literally,
know. Maybe you gotta be from the South to appreciate that type of shit.
true.
But I want to know what the fuck you're saying. Like if you say your lyrics, I want you to say your lyrics like how you would say it. Like if I was talking to you and I was like rapping, obviously you'll change it a little bit, but when you auto tune it so much to where or whatever you do, it's where like I don't even like Future. I don't know what the fuck Future be saying, bro.
See,
Half the
I don't.
time.
I think Future's super overrated. I think he's super fucking overrated.
Yeah, same, bro. Like
Has
I like a
Shabek
couple of.
heard
I
me
like.
say this?
I know Shabek would be like, "What the fuck, bro? He's better than J Cole." I was like, "Get out of my fucking house, bro."
Yeah, here's the door. Please exit. Yeah,
Speaking of music, though. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I just think he's super overrated. Like, I like maybe 3 songs of his, and they're
Yeah,
all
me
like
too.
Mask Off,
Mask
Fuck Us So
Off.
Commas, and Jumpman.
Yeah, and those are like features with Drake. So like,
Yeah,
of course they're gonna be bangers. Like, but beside and the one with Kendrick,
ruined the whole song. That song's so dope, and then when he comes on, I get so irritated.
yeah, he just built this like clout machine, and he like started a lot of people's like careers and flows in a way, but I don't know, I don't get it either.
Yeah, like I mean,
Speaking of,
that's the Future
huh?
Amigos era, right? Like those two
Yeah,
like style of rap came
but at
from
least
them.
Migos you could kind of understand.
Yeah, that's true. You can
Yeah,
understand.
like I understand Offset pretty well, but I
Takeoff's
don't.
hard.
You like Takeoff?
No, I'm saying Takeoff is hard to hear. I think Offset's the best Migos in means of
Yeah.
lyrics, and then Quavo's a king.
Yeah, Hook King, like literally the Southern Nate Dogg.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, and then
That's crazy.
so speaking of music though, what do you think about Kanye and Kim's divorce and what Jeffree Star?
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I mean, we kind of saw that. I kind of saw the divorce happening after he had that like one manic episode when he did his little like his what do you call it? His like little presidential thing where on his campaign and he stopped. I think he went to South Carolina. I'm pretty positive it could be North Carolina. But anyways, he went to one of those states and he was like fucking like straight Kanye mode, like maniac mode. He was saying that when they first found out about North, I think they wanted to get an abortion.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that kind of like set him off, and like he was talking saying things about Kim too, and like I think that was like the breaking point. And then I think that they kind of tried and worked it, but I think ultimately it was like she's probably like, I can't fucking control you, bro. I can't do this anymore.
That's the thing, man. That bipolar is a real thing, and like it's a chemical imbalance in the brain, and I think that it's not easy to deal with. So I applaud Kim, but also like Kim is probably like, bro, that whole family is fucking weird. Every black man that enters that family comes out weirder. Kanye's already weird, so he needs like a stable ass girl, but he had to choose like the most, craziest. Like, look at Lamar Odom. This motherfucker did crack.
Yeah, dude.
He was like Lamar Odom, then you see him and he's
like
in a strip club. He like passed out in a strip club, like off crack or some shit.
Fun fact, bro. Lamar Odom, the hospital he was in Vegas when he like almost died, it wasn't during the same time, but Lilo was born in the same hospital.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hella funny.
I was like, cool, Lilo, guess what? Lamar Odom was in that hospital. Not with you, but he was there.
Man, I just want the old Kanye so bad.
That's how I hope. I hope that he comes out of here and just starts making fire music, just like out of nowhere. Just completely,
yeah, like he was a big inspiration when I used to like try to make music for me, because like this dude literally locked himself in a room for 3 summers making beats, and he created like his own sound. He was just a huge inspiration for me.
Super
so
original too, like not just his music, but like I mean, some people could say what they want about his like fashion, like his shoes and stuff like that, but some of the stuff is clean, not gonna lie. Like,
well, for me, the biggest thing that I respect about him is he's not afraid to 100% be himself. He's not afraid to try new things that are not the norm. He was like wearing pink polos, and Dame Dash was like, "What the fuck, bro? Mm-hmm. What are you wearing? We're wearing throwback jerseys and baggy ass jeans. You come up in his pink polo, like he was. I'm Kanye, bro. Like this is how I dress, whatever. And you can't tell me shit because listen to these beats." Jay-Z's face was like,
I know from that one.
Oh, I gotta rap right now. What the fuck?
What was it? Was it to Lucifer?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. He was like, put that beat. Oh my god! Face, he just goes in the booth and just rips it, like
literally just
off the top. Just he's like, I never read a Bible in my life. That's why I feel like he tapped into like some higher power or something.
Jay-Z's known not to write either, right? He doesn't really write.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he doesn't write anything.
Crazy.
And it's funny because I saw an interview recently with Travis Scott, and he was like, "Yo, I wasn't never really the biggest Jay-Z fan, but like I was in the studio with him, and like, yo, I've never seen him touch a piece of paper, a phone. He just goes in there and just spits, and it's like flawless, and it's dope. And I'm just like, you have to love that. I was like, I can't. He was like, I can't fucking do that. Hell fucking no. It takes me hella takes to do some shit. Yeah. And all he does is be like, yeah.
Straight up.
I love Travis Scott though. That dude's lit.
Yeah, and that actually leads to like, so that's one thing too. I feel like in hip hop, not a lot of people give Jay a lot of credit. Yeah, especially like some of the old heads. Like I don't even really. I'm more like an OG because Jay-Z's kind of like an OG. Yeah. Like they don't really like give him enough credit sometimes with like how stuff like they kind of like paved the road for these newer artists and made this foundation for like what it is now. And then you have your different eras of these other guys that were just like building the path, and it's like a path that's building. And then I feel like with a lot of music now, it's just like they're kind of shitting on the path. They're like, oh, you built this? Cool. Let me take a dump right here.
Yeah, and I think that's why I get so mad with it, because I'm such a hip hop head. It's such a huge part of my life. It literally was like in a weird way, it's kind of like my father in a way. Like I learned, when I was a kid, I didn't really have my dad, so those are the people I looked up to: the basketball players, the rappers, the actors. So when I would look at this stuff, I would take it seriously in the sense of like it's not just some stupid ass game that black people like to do to whatever. Like it started off as a poetry art form, and it evolved. But then there's always going to be these different type of things, but it also kind of stems from the same basis. But now it's so like just anybody could do it, and it's so everything's accepted that it's like I don't even know. It's almost like I don't even know what hip hop is anymore. Like it's just everything. Like everything's mixed together. There's Calvin Harris working with Big Sean. Everything's that, which is dope, but it's also like, what's the core of it? Like what is the core of it? And I think another thing that you said about Jay-Z that not even just musically, that what people don't give him enough credit for is like how far he took it, whether people want to admit it or not, opened the doors for you to take it that far. Not even just musically, but fashion, owning everything, owning clubs, business, all that. Like now every rapper wants to do that. Every rapper wants to get shoes and wants to do this and wants to own stuff and buy product and do all this stuff because he did that. And like people don't. That's what I respect about him the most. He's just a ultimate hustler, and he's like, we're gonna build our own shit. Like period.
And that's why there's been a lot of artists that I've seen that have like hang out with Jay, and after they hang out with him, their whole entire like everything changes. Like for like 21 Savage, like he went from like super hood to like straight like wants to own businesses, is trying to like he stopped wearing like chains and stuff. He stopped like after they like hang out with Jay-Z, they completely changed. Same thing with like Meek Mill. Meek Mill hangs out with Jay-Z pretty often.
Bro, I'm so glad you said that. I'm so good. That was the biggest. I've never seen that bigger change in my life. Like
complete change.
Yeah, like the way that even stuff that Meek tweets, I'm like, bro, what do you like? Who are you? Like he tweeted today. He was like, if you could buy those $3,000 bags and they gonna sit on your shelf and you want to take them out twice a year or coats or whatever, then you could put $3,000 in stocks and take that risk that it might make you more money or may not. If you're into fashion, whatever, but like he tweets that type of stuff. He's for prison reform. He tries to do all this stuff, and that's from he's like I hang out with Jay, and he just he just learned. He's the blueprint.
Literally, I mean, like
he helped Lil Wayne pay his taxes, bro. He got him out of debt. Like this man he's a goat. Just it is what it is.
He out of his terrible ass contract and signed with Rock Nation.
How?
Literally, how?
How do you do this, bro?
Literally, he paid for 21 Savage's lawyers to get him like back into his home.
He's literally like a modern day superhero. He's ridiculous, bro. I'll never understand it, and I hope that I could even get a fourth of that, or maybe someone like on that level. Because Jesus, it's ridiculous.
He was the first billionaire hip hop artist, I believe, too. He was the first one to be worth $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, I think Diddy was, but I don't really count Diddy as like a hip hop artist because Diddy just takes a bunch of dope people and puts them together. He's kind of like a DJ
like
Khaled.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Jay-Z actually raps and actually has 11 classic number one albums and goes platinum and does all that stuff. So I'm like, oh shit.
Most of Jay-Z's albums, if not all of them, are classic albums.
Pretty much, yeah. There's only one that
start to finish.
The only one that I don't like a lot is Kingdom Come, but other than that, they're all
Mm-hmm. And he was the first artist that really, I mean, I want to say not really the first, but like the second one that really like blended hip hop and rap together with Linkin Park and him.
Oh, like rock?
Yeah. The other people that did was like Run DMC and Aerosmith with Walk That Way.
Yeah, true that.
So that's another thing. Like he always was, trying to blend the genre. He was always like trying different things out and trying to make new things. That's why I appreciate him as who he is. And if you put like a Mount Rushmore of hip hop artists, he would be on there.
Right. Oh, facts. I look at Wayne that way too. Like Wayne with the rock stuff, he actually learned how to play the guitar, and he actually made a rock album that was kind of dope. It went gold. It wasn't the best album, but I was like, for a rapper to do that over these beats and kind of sound like a rocker, I was like, yo, what the like, what can't this man do? And he skates, and he's, what I'm saying, just another go. But
and he gave us good ass artists. He gave us Drake. He gave us Nicki. He gave us Tyga. Who else did he give?
Bro, Drake. All you gotta do is say Drake and Nicki, and everybody should like, bro.
Literally,
like whatever you feel about them, You know, maybe you don't like Nicki because whatever. You like Cardi B, who's fucking trash, by the way.
Facts. Big
Um,
facts.
like Drake is one of the biggest hip hop artists in the world, bro. Like I'm not even a huge Drake. Like I love Drake. I've always liked Drake. I like his music, but I'm not a Drake head like to where like I'm posting Drake and I'm like, ooh, you know, I have a couple of his you know, his one-liners and stuff, but I can't fully buy into him because I don't fully believe him. He just
Mhm.
but I can't deny this man's hits and runs are just ridiculous. Like he has hits on hits on hits on hits on hits.
He literally changes rappers' lives. If you get a Drake feature, your life is about to change.
Facts.
Literally.
But I will say this on wax, and I don't even know if this will ever reach this dude because he's like way up there. But Charlemagne, you're a fucking idiot for saying he's more whatever than J. Cole. He's not. Shut up.
Facts. Those are
Did you
there's
ever?
some like people like in I would say like the radio personalities I just can't like Charlemagne like sometimes like the way he treated Post on his show was fucking and Lil Dicky. I was like, dude, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, he like.
He's like
Well,
he's
okay. So
definitely
his job is literally to piss people off.
yeah
Like that's what like they. I bet you the radio station was like, "Hey, we need you to like get a rise out of this person
so
because
fucked
that's
up.
like what he does."
Mhm.
But um, I don't know. He doesn't like he never sways his opinion. So I feel like he's one of those kind of closed minded people. Like this is it, and this
Mhm.
is what I say, and I don't care. Which is cool, but it's like if you can't hear other perspectives and like mold your opinion, then it's like why would I even want to talk to you? You're not open minded at all, you know.
Yeah.
Like my
Yeah.
opinion could be changed. I might be passionate about something, but I could think about what you said later and be look at fucking the artists that I listen to now. It's all because of you and my brothers. I would never ever listen to Comethazine. I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Facts.
Probably like even Little Uzi. Like I knew of it, but I wouldn't listen to him like that. And now like I fucking love Uzi. Like that dude goes crazy.
Yeah, I want to remember at your was it Sienna, the apartments you lived at?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first time I mean not the first time, but me, Brandon, and you were there. And I think Jade was there too. And Brandon was like, have you guys heard Lil Uzi? And I was like, yeah, he's the guy that goes, all my friends are dead. He's like, Rob, have you? And you're like, who? He puts it on, and I just remember your face like,
Yeah.
what the fuck
I
is
mean,
this?
I've heard that song, but like he was saying like he's hella dope. Like, bro,
Hmm.
no, he's hard and all this stuff. And at the time I was like, no, he's not. Like, what are you talking about? But then as I like, you know, listened more and like saw him live, I was like, okay, I literally get why he's like that. And I can't be mad at that. Like he's literally just a rap rock star. He has his own weird ass style. Now, I don't know if that style is just like it got born by being famous because like I listened to some old Uzi that he was rapping and I was like, oh, he can rap just
Hmm.
like Trippy, bro. But
It's my artist.
um, after seeing him live and his impact and like his shows are fucking dope, and some of his songs slap hella hard, I was like, yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not gonna listen to it for like when I'm going through some deep shit and I want to learn something, but if I'm
Hmm.
turning up, absolutely.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
He's like of this era of hip hop, he's in my top 5 Uzi for me.
Yeah, and he does numbers, bro. In 2020, he did. I think somebody beat him. I can't remember who beat him. I want to say Little Baby beat him,
Yeah,
but he was up there as like the most like he like. Not a lot of people went platinum this past year because just how life was. He
hmm
did. Eternal
Eternal
Take.
Take, bro.
Yeah.
And then not just that, he dropped the deluxe like a week after, and it was even better.
And then what? Baby Pluto or whatever. Baby
Yeah.
X Pluto,
What did he
whatever.
do?
Yeah.
So we did. It was called Eternal Take, and then he called it Love vs. Rage 3.
Oh yeah, I
Hmm.
forgot about that. I forgot about the deluxe. Yeah.
But now he's
All
making
right.
Love vs.
Well,
Rage
while
3.
we're on the subject, what's up with your boy? Your boy, whole lot of red, Playboy Cardi.
Dude, you know what's crazy is that with that album, I've been hearing people that it's been growing on them. And I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way. You guys are just lying to yourself. It's not a good album.
They just want it to be good.
Yeah, it's because they waited so long. I'm like, dude, you can be honest. It sucks. Like, you
Yeah.
don't have to fake to like it. Like, it's just annoying to me that everybody waited so long for him to drop. Uzi was making fun of him.
Didn't he drop on the same day as Kid Cudi too?
No, he actually waited. I think he dropped Whole Lot of Red on Christmas.
When did Cudi drop? Let me see.
Cuddy dropped, I want to say in November.
Hold on, Kid Cudi last album. I don't even remember what it's called. That shit was that one song though that I don't know why I'm so late to it because I'm stubborn. I listen to my same fucking music like uh
I do too.
what did it, okay, I'm pulling it up. My bad.
While working out today, I listened to both Baby Keem albums.
I want to say, damn, half the day. It was in December. It was in
It
December,
was
but
in
I don't
December.
know. Yeah, Kid Cudi 3 or Man on the Moon 3. My bad.
Man on the Moon 3, yeah.
That song with Kid Cudi and Pop Smoke though.
Fire.
Have you heard? Bro, that shit slaps
That's a
like
good ass
hard. I
song.
was like, what the fuck? Like I was just chilling on Spotify and it came on my speaker and I was like, bro, what?
Yeah, I like the song with Trippie Redd too, of course.
Oh, of course, you're a big
Yeah.
Trippie fan. R.I.P. to Pop Smoke.
Facts,
Oh, I think it was
RIP, the GOAT.
December. I think it was December 11th.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So he did wait. Because he knew he was gonna be fucked.
Well, you know what's crazy too is then Cardi and Cudi were hanging out in the studio like a week after.
Well, did Cudi have a feature on a Whole Lot of Red?
No, he didn't. I think it's on the deluxe.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because there's a song that got leaked a while ago, and it's called Kid Cudi and Playboy Cardi. That was his song. I want to say Metro produced it, but I'm not really positive. But he had a song called Kid Cudi, and I'm guessing Kid Cudi featured on that song for him to drop on the deluxe. And hopefully the songs with Uzi, if he puts the two songs with Uzi on there and the song with Cudi, it might redeem it a little bit, like go up like 10%.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a whole lot of reds, a whole lot of ass. That's what I say.
Whole lot of ass.
Whole lot of ass. Literally, the first song I put on, I'm like, okay, let's give it in a second song.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, it can't really be like this. Third song.
You're like, come on,
Are
please.
you fucking kidding me? Fucking Kanye produced on this album. Like,
bro,
seriously.
that's why I was like, yo, it might be actually fire. Kanye produced, and then like so the beats are like they're cool.
Yeah.
But then he starts talking, and it's just me, bro. The voice is important in music, bro. Like even me, like I like to rap and I can like spit, but sometimes I wish my voice was just a little bit more unique. Like Pop Smoke's voice is why people like him.
Yeah, that deep, like New York.
Yeah, which is cool. Or like, you know, just Kendrick has like a unique voice. He's got
like a higher pitched voice.
Yeah, but he can fucking spit like a retarded, like I don't even know. He's literally, his brain is like ridiculous.
Same thing with Cole. You put it on Cole, you know it's J. Cole.
Bro, he's ridiculous. Like I can't even. If you get me on J. Cole, I'll talk about it for like 6 hours.
Yeah, definitely next podcast we should talk J. Cole versus Kendrick. That'd be a dope.
All right, save that because that's gonna take all my energy. Like it's gonna be the whole podcast, like the whole. I'm literally gonna write an essay. Like I wrote a 15-page paper in college about the song "Love Yours." Just that song.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Like that's how deep I dive into this dude because I love people that just take the craft, like you said, that's serious and provide substance and can rap good and sketchy and can still like go platinum. Like, bro, that takes a lot of skill.
With
like,
no features too.
He's just that guy. All right, so I'm gonna switch gears here now. We went ham on the music. Let's go with what's a little bit more current.
We go hard on music because we love music. That's our shit.
Facts, like
literally our shit.
Literally couldn't live without it. Like if y'all saw some of
anybody else's level, but your level when it comes to music. I literally feel like that sometimes,
bro. Because like I really study that shit. Like how people be, you know, how people be like watching sports and they be like throwing out all these stats and all this stuff. Like that's how I am with music. Like I literally like sit there and listen to everything and dissect it in so many different ways that I don't just have an opinion that like when I say something, I'm not just like talking out of my ass. Like I literally sat there and like thought this through, not just like I like this and this is better, so this is better than him. Like whatchamacallit goes way harder than it. Like they don't even think it through. They just like this person, so automatically it's better than whatever, you know.
Oh yeah,
that's why I hate Drake stands. Some Drake stands are so fucking. Oh my god, bro!
Like Smitty. Drake has more hits than Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Smitty, we're gonna talk, bro. That you're fucking thizzing off that one. I'm sorry.
Smitty on here so we can have this discussion.
Oh, we will. We go power Smitty. All right, so let's switch a little gears to a little bit more current events, bro. What do you think about that Capitol Hill riot?
Bro, that shit. You know the shitty part about it is the comparison between the BLM riots and that.
Yeah.
I think that's
Mhm.
the biggest thing that bothers me about everything is because like so I fucking hate Facebook. I'm literally like every day contemplating about deleting it. I
Oh, bro,
don't know
I
why
deleted
or
the app.
whatever.
I deleted the app. Yeah.
Yeah. So like
Yes.
a lot of the white kids, it's all white people that talk about this, right? Just straight,
Mhm.
it's white versus black right now. Whose
Right.
side is better? Whose side is more right? So I saw a post today that like really fucking like pissed me off. And it
Mhm.
like I didn't want to. I mean, I wrote out a whole thing and I was like, you know what, fuck it, it's not even worth my time because I'm just gonna be battling with some fucking idiot. So pretty
Right.
much, like people are comparing between the difference between the BLM riots and the thing. The problem with comparing both of them is that people are dying. And that's why we rioted.
Right.
From the injustice and systematic injustice of racism is literally why that happened. And people don't get the fucking idea that those were caused because officers were abusing their power and just killing people.
Right.
So the Capitol March was just straight blatant, just disrespect to America.
Facts. Like 100%. We can do whatever the fuck we want, type shit.
And
Yeah.
what I realized with Trump supporters too, they're super fucking entitled.
Oh my God. This world is theirs, pretty much.
Literally, like they think they
Yeah.
run America. They think since they're patriots, and I think patriotism is the stupidest thing and the most cringy thing in the world.
Mhm.
When I see someone with big ass American flags on the back of their truck, I'm like, this fucking,
Oh my
you're a
God.
fucking loser.
Like you could be proud of your country, but like,
Exactly.
why is it that all those guys with those flags are always the same guy? It's always that same type with the same views, with the
Mm-hmm.
same, like, bro, like politicians do not care about you
Literally.
at all. They care about themselves, money, power, and what they're trying to accomplish. They don't care about you. They're trying to make you think you care about you to get your vote, but after
Mm-hmm.
they're in the office, bro,
It's
they
a
did.
straight brainwash. It's a straight brainwash. And it's funny because Trump supporters are like, you're sheep. You're following what the government, blah, 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 blah. I was like, no, motherfucker, you're following Trump. That's your government person.
Yeah,
And you're literally like, all these Trump supporters, they're in the cult of Trump, right? Their only personality is Donald Trump. They have no other personality. These are the people that like latch on different things to like have a personality. They're just
oh yeah, FYI, your boy is not doing too good right now. Getting impeached. Everybody hates him. Banned from every social media platform. He has no
mhm,
voice right now. So there's your hero.
literally. There's your fucking dickhead of a guy that literally will say he cares about you, but at the end of the day, if you're in line with each other, he's gonna fucking just say
Oh
fuck
my
you.
God, his little speech, his little stop writing, guys,
Wink. But
but stop. I love you guys, but yeah, we should go home. Like, dude, that was oh
go
my
ahead and
God.
break into the Capitol, and then like people were getting so there was a comparison between like how they said so that lady that got shot, they described to her about being an Air Force veteran and being like this person that cared about her country and blah blah blah. But whenever it was something about like for an example, when George Floyd died, the first thing that came out was his criminal record. The first thing
Yeah,
that came out was the stuff that he did in the past. But with her, they're just already like playing her out as a hero. Like, bitch, did you forget that she had 3 restraining orders on her? You guys also forget that she damaged public like stuff and there's vandalism on her record and stuff like that, but she's a hero, right? Because she was in the military. But they don't
that's
want
what
to
I'm
talk
saying.
anything when
I'll
it
never
comes.
understand. I'll never understand racism. It's one of the reasons why I'm so happy. Like Sacramento pisses me off because it's fucking boring, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll always appreciate it to some extent because I grew up with everything. I had friends from one of my best friends is Filipino. I have, a white best friend. You're Hawaiian. Like, I have everything. So I love that because I've got to experience all different cultures. So I don't get racism. It's the dumbest thing in the world. It's a taught
Mm-hmm.
thing. And I understand that if you were not around certain people that it might be like, oh, a little weird. Like even when I went to Chico, I felt black as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how hard it was to find somebody to cut my hair? You see another black person, like, oh, thank God, what's up, bro?
Cut hair.
So I get it, but why would you be so fucking stupid to not like at least want to meet these type of people? They're humans just like you. Like, it blows my mind that people even exist like this and like to this day. Like, I watched this documentary on Netflix. Oh my God, what's that shit called? Hold on.
And then
I'm
like
gonna
to add on to that, like I think why the racism is thing is one, ignorance, obviously. And the second thing is insecure. Like I feel like insecurities run how people think sometimes. So they'll
Yeah.
look at, like, for you an example, if someone will look at you and it's a white racist dude, he's gonna be like, "Oh, this guy is blah 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 blah," and it's honestly he's just projecting his insecurities on another person because he doesn't want to deal with his own insecurities.
Yeah. Yeah, and it makes them feel better to to down those people. Like they're not better than me. I'm,
Yeah. And
or
Kevin
whatever.
Hart said it really like on point with, I think he was on the Joe Rogan podcast. He was talking about like we're in the era where it's cool to be negative, where it's cool to disagree with
Oh,
everything
you
someone
watched that
says.
episode?
Yeah.
Bro, I fucking love that episode. So like I was at work and sometimes at work when I'm bored, I'll just listen to like a podcast.
Hmm.
And like that episode, there were so many gems
So
from
many.
both of them that I was just like, I left there so motivated from Kevin Hart. I was like, I didn't even know you were this inspirational, dude. You're fucking
Yeah, he's
the
been on
shit.
twice, and those are the two episodes that I go back and listen to just because of the
Yeah,
stuff he says. Like Kevin
yeah.
Hart is a
It's
fucking
it's negative. It's
genius.
negative. Like it's not cool to be like, that movie was funny. No, it's like, remember he was like,
Yeah,
hey,
he's
how'd you
like,
like
I
the
can
movie?
go see
That movie was
Titanic.
ass.
Yeah, he's like, we can go see Titanic, and I'll be like, yeah, that's a really great movie. And then there's gonna be a guy in the background be like, that movie was fucking stupid. Makes no sense. A boat that goes into an iceberg? Is this even
Like
real?
what? Yeah,
So
that
yeah,
shit's hella funny to
we're
me.
really in
I
the era of hatred.
it's so funny too how like things that you'll notice, I'll notice too, and then like we'll just be in conversation. I'm like, oh shit, like it's like that wavelength, bro. That shit's insane.
That's on point, dude. There's times where me and you will be about to say the same, like literally say the same thing.
No, I'll be like, what's that one thing? And then you'll just say it, and I don't know how you say it because literally nothing gave you a clue.
Hmm.
So you literally just were fucking psychic just now.
That's why we're best friends, literally.
Facts. Oh fuck, where's it at? I can't even find it. But basically, it's this white supremacy one where Donald Trump was kind of like, is it white right meaning the enemy? That might be it. And it's about this whole group of people that are just like, KKK, whatever people, but they're like, they do it in a way that's like, smart about politics. Oh, never mind. They do it in a way where like he's known, he's like famous now, and he does these speeches, and they're trying to. He thinks that right now there's a crisis in America, and that there's too many minorities, and we're trying to wipe out the white race, and they need to take that back by you can only need to have sex with white people, like if you're white, and you can't like they think that their brains are smarter, so like their brains are more developed than other races. So like, remember in Django where they were saying like the back of the black person's brain or some bullshit? Like they believe in
Yeah.
that, and it's just like watching these people, and I was just like mind blown. Like, yo, they they really think like this. Like these people they really believe this shit, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is crazy. To
Remember
even
that?
think that people do this.
Remember that Key and Peele episode where they're in Germany and they're looking for like black people, so they go over and knock on their door and they're doing like a German inspection.
Oh yeah.
And they got a white face on.
yeah.
And they're like, it's quite weird. The head of I'm not gonna say a word because I don't even know if it's gonna say. Is it bad if I say NEGRO? It is, right?
No, a head of a Negro.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be PC as
Politically correct. Yeah.
I gotta ask, just gotta respect. So, anyways,
No, I feel it.
yes, he goes, the head of the Negro is oddly shaped, and he brings out like a little thing to see.
Oh
puts it
yeah.
on, and then he's like, their hair is really different. And feels his hair. He's like, you don't have the hair. And then at the end, he's like, they love cat toys. And then you see him at the end,
he's like
cat toys.
What's so funny about Key and Peele is like how funny they are and how like comedic and like they make jokes. Like he made Get Out and Us, and that shit was like dark, deep, serious, and I feel like had a message. And it was like for him to go to that, which is like hella goofy and hella funny, and then he can produce that is like it's insane, bro. Jordan Peele is insane, bro. He's genius.
And this makes me question too, like, I wonder if it was really Jordan Peele that really had the idea for most of their skits. Like,
right. Yeah.
Like, I know I like Keegan too. Like, he's hilarious. Like, their dynamic is unstoppable. Like, their chemistry is ridiculous. And like, Keegan's hella funny too, but I really think Jordan is the one that really like
Like the thoughts,
wrote it.
the ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense because like Keegan, like he's in a few movies. He's trying to get like his Hollywood break as much as he can.
Yeah.
And but Jordan Peele, like director wise, is literally like is a visionary at this point now.
Right. And like who would have thought?
Literally.
Like, bro, I thought he surpassed like big directors already
Hmm.
in my book. Like his like Get Out was such a big thing, and I think it was so big because you notice how like a lot of movies are just regurgitating old movies, the same shit. Like, oh, there's a ghost in the motherfucking house, paranormal with
Hmm.
the camera, or they just make a bunch of old movies that have already been made. Like, I find out movies are remakes all the time. Like, did you know Utopia? Which I had you watch?
Yeah, you told me it was a
It's a
UK
remake,
show.
huh?
It's a remake of a UK show, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like I didn't know like you don't know that, so they just remake movies. That what he did was like brand new. Like that's a
super
whole different
original.
thing. Like yeah, like Get Out and all that. That he made all that. So that's just yeah, it's
Yeah,
genius.
no, I agree. He's super. All of his ideas are original and fresh. There's nothing like. Sometimes he'll be pulling from different genres, but his ideas and the way he directs and his style is so unique to him. And there's no
Right,
other like people that are doing like Get Out. That's I would never thought of that idea. Us would never thought of that idea.
bro. Us was hella what the fuck like,
Yeah, I'm
and
glad
then
I
it had
saw
the
that in
twist and
theaters.
stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I love like I can't wait. I mean, I know on Candyman he's not directing it, but I know he's producing it. But he
Yeah,
has like another movie coming out that deals with like slavery and stuff like that that I'm super super interested about.
which one?
Hold on, let me look it up. I know it's like a new
Okay.
movie he's directing.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, so we might have to edit this part out. But I'll be right back.
Very good. And now it's the Keanu show. You guys ever remember the old goldfish commercials? Like back in the day, where it would be like the little animated goldfish, and it would be that little jingle. The snack that smiles back. Goldfish. Heat. Super, super heat. Let's see. So, Jordan Peele movies. So, he's doing Candyman, but he's producing Candyman. But I know he's directing a different movie, though. It comes out in 2022. All right, let's just look at his wiki. Jordan Peele. Oh, he's 41. All right, so Pete. Oh, he's starring in them. Window and
Woo! All right, back.
welcome back.
Man, I needed that. I was like dying over here, but I didn't want to like leave. But fuck it, we can
No,
edit
you're
it out or
good. If
whatever.
you ever got to make it, still try to make it interesting where you're going, so I don't have to edit too much.
All right, facts.
Yeah. So I'm trying to look for like the new. I swear it was like teased or something like that, or there was like an idea that he was talking to a.
Somebody about it.
Yeah. The
Yeah, that
last
one
one that's
movie.
on here is
I still
Candyman.
haven't watched it. It's on. What's that movie? He didn't produce. He like put his 2 cents in on it. Is it Antebellum? Hold
Is
on.
it Erupto?
Antebellum.
Oh no, that's 2020.
Is it Antebellum? Yeah, Antebellum. The director's Gerard Bush and Christopher Renz, but I swear he like, uh, I thought he like helped produce it.
Yeah, most of the movies he's linked on that I saw on his wiki are he's just attached as a producer.
Yeah, so Antebellum's another one that's like about slavery, where she's like a modern day, but somehow she's linked to this old, like the slave times, and it goes back and forth. I don't know how, but he's linked to that one too. So he does just a lot of that,
Yeah,
that type of stuff. So
never forget that dude. Is will always be. But who do you
fact.
think had the better skit show? Dave Chappelle or Key and Peele?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't put me. You
That's
already
what
know
I'm
it's Dave.
asking.
Chappelle, bro. Yeah.
We know it's the GOAT Dave Chappelle.
I know. But see, for me, it's weird to even compare that. But I love both of them. I love both. I think with I think that for Key and Peele though, I didn't even watch their show at first. I just saw the skits on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? It popped up and I like clicked it and then I said, "Bitch," then the substitute teacher and all that. And then I started watching the show to actually see them like set it up before that. I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay, this is cool." Like it's funny, but Dave Chappelle's was always funnier to me. Like his were just like on a
He
whole other level. Yeah.
wasn't a time frame.
Especially that early too in life. Like that came out when I was like 13 or something.
Yeah, I was a kid. I didn't get
Yeah.
the humor until I was like I got older, but he tackles some like crazy ass like topics in his comedy,
Yeah.
like some off
Yeah.
the wall like stuff you can't put on TV anymore.
Oh no, yeah. So they took it off of Netflix
Mhm.
because he's still in his contract with or no, they're the company that owns his show is still not trying to give it to him and still not trying to give him the rights and the money. So
Mhm.
he literally texts Netflix was like, "Hey, can you please take this off Netflix?" And they did it, bro. That's how powerful Dave Chappelle is and how dope that is. How dope Netflix is.
Yeah, for the respect
But
for that.
right, but while it was on there, I was getting my hair done and I was watching it. Bro, some of that shit is so raunchy. Like literally, I can't believe it used to be on TV.
Mhm.
Like
Literally.
literally, like, did you see the gay KKK,
I did.
bro? He said,
The first episode is him being a blind black
yeah,
Klansman.
I saw that episode, and he takes off his mask, and the guy's head explodes.
Yeah.
That's fucking classic, bro.
Fucking A.
Oh my god. Oh shit, my computer. But yeah, Dave Chappelle's a goat. Like in so many ways, his stand-ups are always go. He always teaches you something too. So like you learn something and laugh. And honestly, bro, what I heard about that he's doing during the pandemic was the dopest idea ever, and I really wish I could afford to go or knew about it or whatever. So
Mhm.
did you hear about what he was doing?
No, what is it?
So because of the pandemic, he owns all this land, right?
Mhm.
So he had all this field and he cut down all like the corn or whatever, built the stage, and then built this seating that's all social distanced or whatever, and then had people come to his show, come watch comedians. He would fly comedians in like Chris Rock, whoever his friends, fly them in
Yeah.
to do stand up and serve shroom tea and weed to the audience. So you're fucking on shrooms and high watching Dave Chappelle at his like house. Yeah.
This sounds
Dopest
amazing.
idea ever.
What a fucking genius.
Yeah. Genius.
I hope this still goes on.
Chris Rock was talking about it on Ellen. He was like, I had to go perform for Dave Chappelle, and I was like, bro, lucky motherfucker.
Literally, lucky motherfucker. That's fucking wet.
Yeah.
I would have loved to go to that. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's what I'm saying. There's not a lot of people that are doing like visionary things anymore. It's very just
Yeah.
like cut and dry now. There's nothing like someone trying to trying to raise the bar or anything. That doesn't really happen that often. And like you said with movies, there's so many reboots and stuff now. Like, what's original and what's not anymore? Why are we doing so many sequels? Why is there a fucking Halo 7 or 6? Why is there like
Oh
so
my
many
God.
sequels
Speaking
to
of that,
different stuff?
Xbox, get a new series. All right.
You see that?
Gears of War is over.
Yeah, facts.
Halo, you guys are stretching it with Halo. I like, bro. I fuck with Halo, but bruh, come on now.
It's time to
Get
get
a
original.
buy a fucking studio, do something because y'all just making the most powerful whatever. I don't care. I don't
See,
care. I want to play a game. I don't care if it has more story. I don't give a shit. Spider-Man was lit as fuck.
mm-hmm.
I would not sacrifice that for your little better whatever the fuck. Like God, they piss me off with that shit.
Yeah, the Xbox heads piss me off. And the thing too, it's like so Microsoft bought Bethesda, so they own Bethesda now. They also are in talks about possibly buying Sega, so they're gonna own Sega soon. And they've made so like one thing that they have, dude, that I've noticed with them is that they've been buying a lot of game studios to try and make more original stuff, which they should have done from the very start. Like they're still not gonna. I mean, they might, but I don't think they're gonna ever compare to like a Sony exclusive. Like a Sony
Kind of
exclusive
cutting out.
is
Are
a
you still
console
there?
seller, huh? Oh
You good?
yeah, are you good? Can you see me?
Yeah, it's just kind of going that shit, making sure. So good.
Facts.
Fact.
Take a quick drink of water.
No, I feel you.
Bubbly sponsor.
Wait, what's that game that how do I say Bethesda? I can't even say it right.
Bethesda.
What are they making recently that we just saw?
So those are the guys that make Fallout.
No. They're making a game that we're like interested in, and like they just announced it recently, and they're
Oh,
like, it's not gonna.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was like, oh shit, like that's pretty crazy.
That's a cool idea. Like I haven't seen like
Yeah.
I mean it's gonna be Uncharted. They're just gonna try and make Uncharted.
Yeah.
Is how
Hmm.
I see it. Is
Yeah.
Uncharted is the Indiana Jones of gaming, and Tomb Raider did like the same thing. They kind of try to go into the Uncharted route. Tomb Raider is a
Hmm.
cool game, but Uncharted is hands down better out of all of them. The one thing I think is crazy is so the people who make the new Hitman games, I think it's IO Studios, they're making a James Bond game. Can't wait for that
Wait,
shit.
the people that make what?
Hitman, they're coming out with a James Bond game.
All right, they don't make it like Hitman though.
No, I want it like old school, first person like type
Yes, those
thing.
old school James Bond games were fucking fire. Like
Yes,
people don't realize how good those games were.
those were Call of Duty before Call of Duty.
Yeah, well, not even okay. Yeah, GoldenEye on 64, fire. But I mean, even the like, here I'm just gonna pull it up, bro. Even the like Nightfire
Nightfire was lit.
and like all those old school ones, like they were ahead of their time,
Agent
bro.
Under
Like hella
Fire, that
bad.
was a fire one.
Which one?
Agent Under Fire.
Yes, that was another fun. There was one it was cooperative that me and Teron played. I can't remember which one it was. We beat it.
Yeah, there's so many because everyone kind of like coincide to like the movie, like the Pierce Bronson ones. I think Pierce Bronson's the dopest 007 because I grew up with
Oh,
him.
100%,
Yeah,
100%.
facts.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig is cool too. He's a cool James Bond, but nothing. Pierce Bronson was the whole fucking deal. He was like the
Yeah.
straight playboy. He was the fucking thug with the gadgets. He was the straight. He
Yeah.
was James Bond embodied.
Like Daniel Craig is like he seems more hardcore than Pierce Brosnan, but he doesn't have the playboy aspect of it.
Yeah,
And James Bond had all of that. Like wasn't Sean Connery before that? The James Bond?
yeah. I was it. I want to say Sean. It was Sean Connery, then someone else, then Pierce Bronson. But let me double check.
Yeah. Yeah, but Pierce Brosnan definitely he's my James Bond. That's when we had GoldenEye 64 and he had all the ladies. He was a
Hmm.
goat, whoop ass. Like he had bad ones too. I was like, God damn, when I was a
You
kid.
got what's her name? In the last movie he was in, not Hillary, Halle Berry.
Yeah, Halle Berry. So yeah, and then this new one, like he's just more of like I'll whoop your ass and like that type of deal. But I don't really see that smoothness. It's more of just ruggedness.
Yeah,
Like he reminds me of like a Taken type of Liam Neeson type of James Bond.
yeah. So
Yeah.
in the order of James Bond, so the first James Bond was Sean Connery, and then on one other movie they had another guy named George Lazenby, and then Sean Connery came back for another movie, and then they had a guy named Roger Moore, then Timothy Dalton, and then Pierce Bronson.
Oh, okay.
Roger Moore was the James Bond that did Octopussy, and then Pierce
Oh
Bronson's first one was
yeah.
GoldenEye. Yeah.
Yeah. That was before our time. That was like my uncle's time.
Oh yeah, our time
Yeah.
was GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World's Not Enough, Die Another
Yep.
Day. All
Mhm.
those movies.
And then I saw the all the Daniel Craig ones too. Like they're good. Casino Royale got a little boring
I
because it's
did.
more just like
That's
setting
my
shit.
least favorite one.
Yeah, but
Skyfall was lit.
the new one looks lit as fuck. They just keep pushing all these damn movies back.
That one looks fucking wet. And trying to
Oh
think.
my god. That's actually a perfect topic that I kind of want to get into. Speaking of that, so I think I put that on our list. Where do you think the future of movies are now, due to COVID? Like, like they shut movies down and like
Mhm.
we can't just go into the theaters or whatever.
Yeah.
And they released Wonder Woman on
HBO Max.
HBO Max, and Warner Brothers is gonna release all their stuff on HBO Max. And I feel like it's gonna get to the point where people are just like, I'm staying home. So
Yeah.
all the movie theaters are gonna shut down. I don't know.
So I know like AMC theaters like filed a bankruptcy, I believe. Like something's going on with them. But I don't think movie theaters will ever go away. And I only say that why? Because there's nothing that beats the experience of going to a movie theater. To buy your ticket, get your movie food, go inside the theater, be around different people to like see reactions and stuff like that. Like that right there, the experience of a movie theater is like one of the coolest things ever. Like there's movies that were so much better watching it in a movie theater. Like for an example, like when we saw Dragon Ball Super Brawly, like being in that theater like also amplified like the experience of being there. When we saw Endgame in theaters, that experience was super amazing too. Like,
Right.
there's just a certain experience that you get when you see in a movie theater. I would hate to see that go away, where it just goes straight streaming, because one, it's an amazing date idea. Two, like, you want to go and see the movie like midnight release if it's something you really like Marvel, for an example. I saw all those movies except maybe one in theaters. Like, there isn't one that I
Right.
didn't see.
Did you ever wait in line, one of those big ass lines to go into the theaters for a movie?
Yeah, for the first Avengers, and for what's the other one I had to wait hell long line for? I will me and my uncle. So I used to go to the movies with Kaipo all the time. We're the last people to get the ticket for the last showing of I think it was for Black Panther. No, it wasn't for Black Panther. It was for it was a long time ago. I'll have to ask him, but I know there was a couple of times where I had to. Oh, Iron Man. Iron Man 2 was the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was
Bro, I
after
remember
Iron Man.
like at United Artists here in El Grove, we were wrapped around the whole theater and then went all through the parking lot for the first Transformers. I was in line for like an hour and a half, bro, and
Fuck.
it was worth it. That shit, when I first saw them transforming shit, I was like, oh! I was
Well,
going
and like
crazy. I was like, this is hella tight.
the sound too, like when they transformed and shit, was like, and then like all the like
Yes,
explosions
bro.
and
And
shit,
then
like
Shia LaBeouf. Hey, shouts out to Shia LaBeouf, bro. You killed that shit. Killed that role.
literally.
Hella funny. That part where he's like kicking his car, he's like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll never forget. Me and Thrall were dying on that
From
shit.
Transformers 3. Yeah,
Yeah, like that movie was.
he is.
That
Sam
movie
Neill.
pretty much put Megan. That movie pretty much put Megan Fox on the map.
Literally. And then her ass
Yeah,
decided to leave her husband and her kids and date Machine Gun Kelly, and that went nowhere.
bro.
But anyways, yeah, with movies, like that's one thing too that I remember being a kid before like Fandango and shit, having to call the line to see what movies were playing, and then
Yeah.
going and buying the ticket physically instead of buying it on Fandango or reserving a seat. You know?
Yeah, and then you feel like, oh my god, I got a ticket. Like this is crazy. Now I
Yeah.
do like the reserving a seat because you get to know where you're at and you have a seat,
Mm-hmm.
all that.
I
But
agree.
I do kind of even like with games, bro. So like how games are so digital now. I miss waiting in line for a game and getting the game and being the first to have it and getting the booklet and talking to other gamers and
Mm-hmm.
be like, oh shit, blah 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 blah. Like I've literally gotten gamer tags at GameStop, like, bro, let's play GTA online when it comes
Yeah.
out, blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah
Yeah.
blah. That's all that's gone now. It's just like I'll just download it and GameStop's about to get shutting down all across the country.
Literally, yeah. I went into a GameStop the other day because I need to find a right Joy-Con for my Switch because it's like it doesn't click in anymore.
Mhm.
Every GameStop I go in, it looks so empty now. There's like nothing in there anymore. And that's kind of sad because I used to love going to GameStop. Like that was something that I loved going to do, talking to the guy
Yeah,
and like asking about game recommendations, like
facts.
looking at all the different games and stuff like that. Like that's
Playing
same thing
it,
with like
they would have the new game set up on like the little PlayStation they would have or whatever. You
yeah,
could
to
play it
demo
there
it.
and try. Yeah,
And
I
that's
played
one thing
PlayStation
too.
All Stars. I played PlayStation All Stars in the store, me and Cameron, and then I was like, "Bro, let's buy this. Like, we don't have a Nintendo, we don't have Smash right now. Let's play this." And me, him, and Sean and Dave used to go ham on that shit, like hours and hours, just ham, like two v
Yeah,
two, all that.
that's why that's another thing too I miss is Blockbuster. I miss Blockbuster a lot
Oh
too.
my god,
That's
bro.
one store. Like that's the shitty thing about going digital is that those experiences that you had as a kid, going into like Blockbuster and renting games and renting movies and
Yeah.
like going to see all the snacks and shit there. And like every time I went to like Blockbuster, there was always cool ass people working there that was always like super cool with me when I wanted anything.
I also, yeah, same. And they would remember you. You would talk to
Exactly.
them. They would give me discounts. They
Mm-hmm.
would be like, "Oh, we got this movie." And also too, due to like, and okay, this is just my theory. So I feel like the social interaction that we got as kids shaped us a little bit differently than the kids have now because everything's digital.
Mm-hmm.
So I miss bringing my game to my friend's house, plugging my controller in and playing like that. Now it's like, no,
Facts.
I'll just play with you at home with the camera or like on my headset.
Yeah.
And I feel like you don't get that. Like it's not the same.
That
Like
co-op.
you could rage quit at home or you just don't like being in person with my friend, beating him and be like, yeah, bitch, motherfucker. Or he beats me and I'm like, fuck you, da da da. Or
Mm-hmm.
learning cheats together and moves. That shaped kind of who I am. And these new kids, they're not really gonna have that. They're just play me on Fortnite online and on my Switch, and I don't, it's just different.
Literally, yeah. There's nothing like we got to grow up with. So I think we were in the golden age of gaming. I think golden age of gaming is out now. I don't think we're in the golden age of gaming anymore. I think gaming.
Dude, we're in the golden age. We were in the golden age of a lot of stuff, like
Yeah,
gaming,
movies, television, music.
like a lot of the 90s was just when a lot of shit just started popping. Like we were kids like right when the N64 came out, and that changed everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was
PlayStation and all that, they can
old.
say what they want, but when the N64 dropped, life stopped for a second. Like
I believe it.
that's it. Like it was Mario 64. That's it. We don't give a fuck about Sony right now. We don't give Xbox wasn't even thought of yet.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why I'm like, fuck you, Xbox people, because y'all just bit Sony and then did everything and tried to do it better, which is fine. But let's not forget who came here first.
Facts.
Sony is like the Jay-Z of video games. They were here way before. They've been killing shit. Nintendo is too before you guys, and you guys just copied everything from DVD players to Blu-ray players to everything, and then y'all want to be like, we're the superior. Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, that's another rant.
Yeah, no, but I agree. Like, you're right. Like, with gaming in general, like, the games are so complex now that sometimes I just don't finish them anymore because the worlds are so fucking big and there's so much shit to do. I get like
you don't
anxiety.
have time. We got kids and shit.
Yeah, I get like anxiety when I play the game. I'm like, bro, there's so much fucking shit to do. Like, I don't even know where to start from. And I have OCD when I play games, so I'm like, I want to lock every single thing. I want to get every single thing that's in the game. Mm-hmm. And that's like an issue.
It's like a chore, bro. It's like time consuming.
Literally. And sometimes that's why I like linear stories so much more now. Like, for example, like God of War and Spider-Man, they're semi-open. Like, Spider-Man's more open than God of War, but the story is like, you go straight to the point. It goes.
Have you played the new Spider-Man yet?
No, I'm waiting to get a PS5.
Oh, okay. So I'm just going off of what you said. So even that, the side missions still kind of connect to the main mission. Exactly. So you're never doing nothing for no reason. Like, and that's what I like. What you were saying about how they're linear. Like God of War, you could go do something, but for the most part, you're just doing the mission.
On a path.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's why.
Like even bro, the new Assassins is like. It's ridiculous.
It's a fucking
like you turn on the game. You turn on the game and you're just like, I don't know what I should do. Should I go raid? Should I do this mission? There's 500 different missions. Then there's like the codex where you have to find all these things. And there's the other one where you have to assassinate all these other leaders. And it's just like, bro, what the? It's too much. Literally, it's ridiculous.
It's literally too much, and that's why those especially Ubisoft. I tend to never finish Ubisoft games. I just don't because they're so fucking grindy. Like you even certain things they level cap you. So if you want to get to a certain different area, you have to have a specific level and certain gear to even compete against those stuff. Yeah, and that's one of the biggest problems I have with them. The only game I don't really feel constrained like that I really like is Phoenix Rising because I don't feel super constrained on what I'm doing. Yeah, I have to level up and do certain things to beat different enemies, but that's one game I can jump in and kind of know what I'm doing. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I left for a week and went back, and I was like, dude, I don't want to play this shit. There's so much fucking shit to do. I'm going to go and play Call of Duty.
Yeah, I love that game, but like you said, there's so much to do, and it's just one of those things where it's unless you're going to sit down and this is all you're doing and you're not playing any other game and that's all you're dedicating to it, you're not going to get through it. Or if you do, you might get through just the story, which even takes a long time. And there's 1,000 things you miss, and you're not even going to be leveled up enough. And some areas on that game, you have to be it'll be you have to be power level 220.
Yeah,
bro, I played that game for hella long. I'm only 55, and I've done 30 raids. I've done hella shit. It takes forever.
No, I feel it. That's another part of the gaming industry I don't like right now is the live service games, the games where it's meant to be a live service. So
what?
Games that are meant to be a live service, kind of like Avengers, that game that came out where it was a little bit of a story, but mostly it's all about playing online and leveling your Destiny and shit like that. I'm not really a big fan of those type of games.
Yeah, me either. I'm more of a adventure, one-player adventure games, and then here and there, I'll do the Call of Duty and the online games. But
yeah,
those what you said, those service games, those I didn't even like Destiny that much. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's the new Halo," and I was like, "But it's all right."
Yeah, the first one was cool. The second one, whatever.
Yeah.
But it just sucks. Like with gaming in general, it's all about like big ass worlds, super complex ass shit. Like it kind of lost its identity of where it's supposed to be fun. You can have a
Yeah,
story, but you have to make the game fun at the same time, or some type of
right. And
like
that's what I was
engagement.
just talking. That's what I was just talking to somebody about the other day about how older games are kind of harder than newer games, but they're just not as in depth.
Yeah.
So like, I was playing the new Crash, and that shit's hard as fuck,
Hmm.
right? And it's hard because it's that old school base. Like it's about timing and like okay, so here's a level. I'll just give you an example. Like you're going through, you have to slide, then you have to grind down this thing, and you have to go down. Like there's a thing right here, so you have to go down under it to hang and then go back up.
Hmm.
But there's also you also have this suit where you can make things solid and uh like clear.
Yeah.
So you have to like go down, make that clear, but then it switches to other things, so then you have to switch back. So it's all about like timing and like your, you know, and that shit is like I died like 15 times on one level, but then I'll play like Spider-Man and I could beat that whole shit in a day.
Hmm. Yeah.
But it looks beautiful.
Platformers.
Like don't get me like that game looks it's literally like it's amazing, but it's just like I beat it in a day. I can't even beat Crash in a day if I wanted to.
It's kind of like Cuphead. Cuphead's a fucking hard ass game.
Bro,
That
don't
game
I
is
fucking
not
hate that
easy.
game. Fuck that game.
I'm
I hate
super
that game.
surprised I've beat it. Like I fucking
You beat
like
the whole
I
thing?
beat the whole thing.
Did you
Like
beat it on like the harder mode though, or the normal mode?
I just beat it on normal. I don't even want to fucking try hard.
So if you don't if you beat it on the if you beat it on like the because I think to advance you have to beat it on the more advanced mode or whatever.
Oh, like are you talking about? I think I know what you're talking about. I think the game has one level, but I think in between each different like level that you play, there's an easy mode, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't played the game in so long, but I know I beat pretty much. I think there was one boss that I used to fucking hate that I can never get over, and it was on the plane one. And it's the
Oh
one where
yeah,
it's like a coffin dude, right? It's like a mummy, and he has all these
yeah.
different transformations. That one drove me fucking crazy.
The one that drove me crazy was the Bumblebee one.
The Bumblebee one too was fucking stupid.
So like we're still on that right now. I just stopped playing it. I was like, I'm never going back. I threw the controller. I was like, fuck this, because we would get to the very end, and then it would be like this thing that like no matter what you're getting hit. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
what you do. I could do anything. You're gonna get hit. So you kind of have to like time it to where like you know you're gonna get hit at this part, so you can't get hit in the beginning of the game because
hmm,
there's no way you're not getting hit.
yeah. I think I
So
was
it's just it's
so
ridiculous. Yeah. So it's just I was like, fuck that game. I hate that game.
yeah. I think I was so like good with playing Cuphead is because I played all the Mega Mans and I beat every Mega Man. And
Oh,
Mega
okay.
Man's a fucking hard ass game too. Like I try to go back and play it. I don't know how I beat it as a kid. I have no
Oh, that's how
idea.
it is with Mario. I beat all the
Hmm.
Marios and like I went back and like tried to play it kind of quickly and like that shit's hard.
Yeah, it's all like
Yeah.
patterns and shit. Like
Yeah.
in
Or
some
Sonic.
games,
Remember the old Sonics?
Sonic was fucking stupid. I've never beat a Sonic in my life except
Oh,
Sonic Force.
I beat all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've only
But it
beat.
pissed me off like when you would have like 1,000 rings and then you would just get tapped and have no rings, or
Yeah,
when you would drown. When I would drown, I was like, bro, I'm trying to fucking swim up, and it's like do 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 do, and you just fucking die. I was like, what the fuck?
one thing, if you put a water level in your game, fuck you. Fuck your water level. Those are always the worst fucking levels to play. Like in
Yeah.
Arachne of Time, or I can't even say it. In Zelda, Arachne of Time, where you have to do the
Ocarina of Time.
underwater, yeah, Ocarina of Time,
Yeah.
bro. That
Oh
the
yeah,
water
the
temple,
Zoros or Zorons or whatever the
yeah,
fuck.
water temple was fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I
that was
had
my
the
least favorite
hardest
one.
time,
Yeah.
and I just hate water. Like even in Donkey Kong, I was playing Donkey Kong Country on my Switch because they have like all the old Nintendo games on there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That water level is a piece of shit too. Like fuck those levels. I
I
never
love Donkey
enjoyed a
Kong.
water level.
That game is dope.
Which one?
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong, yeah, the old Donkey
Yeah.
Kongs, like Donkey Kong Country. I love those games. Those have like
Donkey
a
Kong
special
Country
place.
and Donkey Kong 64 was literally the shit.
Donkey Kong 64, best Donkey Kong. Don't care what anybody
Oh
has.
my god, because you get to be all of them. You get to be Lanky,
Hmm.
Diddy, Donkey Kong, the big ass one, like all of them. That shit was
The music on that game was fire. The Donkey Kong rap, like,
DK rap.
yep,
DK. Donkey Kong is here. That shit was
like
lit.
fucking amazing ass game. Like, I want them to put Donkey Kong 64 on the Switch
Yeah.
so bad. Like Mario 64 is cool.
Bro,
It's
I
Mario
will buy that
64 is
shit
cool.
instantly.
So would I, literally. It just sucks, man. I
Yeah.
wish we can go back to the old like video games. Like there's something special to those old video games that like kids who are born after 2000 just won't experience.
Right.
Like my cousin Handsome, he grew up playing Xbox 360. He didn't grow up playing PS2 and PlayStation 1 and stuff like that. He played Xbox 360, and then right after Xbox 360, he had PS4. Like he already was in the next gen.
Oh no, so he started with like the like new shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Cause then now when he's like our age, it should be like a hologram or some shit.
Bro, it'll be like fucking in Black Mirrors when they put the little thing on there and go.
Oh my god. Speaking of Black Mirror, that episode was gay.
Literally, like
Oh
I
my
wonder.
god, we're like his best friend and they're like having sex like in the game, but then they're straight in real life and oh god.
Well,
That
and the
was
crazy
weird.
thing too, it's like the other friend got super addicted to it. Like he's like, I need it. We need to go back into the world. And it got
Yeah.
to a point where it was affecting his wife and stuff like that. And then they meet up in the alley. They're like, well, let's kiss and see if it's the same thing.
See if it's real,
And
yeah.
they're
That
like,
was
this is
and
not the same
Anthony,
thing.
the fact that Anthony Mackie did that, I was like, bro, this is crazy.
Literally. And then the
This is
shitty
really
part
falcon
too,
right
I would never agree to this. Where the wife is like, you can go and do that once a month, but I can go and fuck any dude. No, it is not like that.
People have some weird relationships, bro. Like some swingers and some weird like open stuff. They got some weird stuff.
Never will I ever.
Never have I ever
Yeah.
played a video game where
That's Cyberpunk. Never have I ever in a video game besides Saints Row seen full cock in my face and customizing it.
or
Never.
Cyberpunk. You want a big dick or a little dick, bro?
Totally.
What?
You want an uncircumcised or do you want a circumcised dick?
That's hella
It
funny.
would have been even worse if like, do you want curved or not curved? That shit cracks me.
So so another thing I want to talk about, kind of talking about like old school versus new school, like video game stuff. So they're the new social, like the new generation, they grew up with like nothing but social media, right? Like
Mhm.
we always have technology, but it didn't get too crazy. Like MySpace was like our first one, but like the new generation, like they're growing up with Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everything. There's like a million of them. And I kind of just wanted to touch on like social media. Like, how do you feel like that's affecting the younger generation? How it's affecting us? How it's affecting life? And like, is it more toxic? Is it better? Is it do you think it's like makes like what do you think about that? Because I know we both use it. Obviously, we're
Yeah.
using Discord and we post stuff on that. But
And we're kind of forced to, right? Like, unfortunately, it's
yeah,
not like we want to. We're kind of forced to at this point because of like our type of what we want to do for content creation. Is we
yeah,
have to use these things.
right.
I would much rather not have to, but in the reality of the situation, that's the only way we can gather audience. And for me, social media, I think it's extremely toxic. I think social media is extremely toxic. I also think that people use social media to dictate their own self-worth. Like if they're not popular on social media, they don't think they're popular in real life. And I think that's bullshit. That's just smokes and mirrors for
Oh my
people.
god, bro! What you just said is so crazy. Because like when I got home today, I was thinking about like people that like I know, and like they'll be
Mhm.
on social media and they're like trying to be funny or they're trying to do all this stuff, and I'm like, bro, like they'll have like 2,000 followers on whatever, but then in real life they're not like that. They're boring. Their
Yeah.
their personalities are dry, and I'm like, okay, is this really how you are? Or are you just trying to get viewers so you feel like you have to like spicing
Yeah,
yourself
they've
up
got
or
to like
whatever?
play a character, right?
But
And
that's
like
not how you are in real life. Like me, like I'm always goofy and crazy and weird.
facts.
So I just try to translate that. I mean, sometimes I do be feeling myself and I'll be on social media and I'll post like these little pictures, whatever, trying to be cool, whatever. But
Mhm.
for the most part, I'm me. People I see, they'll in person, they'll be like this. Oh yeah. Then on social media, they'll be like,
Oh,
hey,
hella giddy and
hi
shit.
guys, or like YouTube, they'll be like, hey guys, hi. And it's like, bro, you don't even. That's
Don't
not
even
even
do
you.
that. Turn that show down.
Yeah,
Turn it
I'm
down.
like, bro, it's just crazy how like you have your internet personality, then you have like who you are, and it's almost like this weird duality. Like it's crazy.
And I think that's a slippery slope. Like I feel like for me specifically, I want to be as genuine as possible in who I am, because I feel like the more genuine I am, the more people will either A, relate with me, or B, they're gonna just like the more that I'm genuine, like how I am on, like, say on or not Instagram, but on social media and YouTube, compared to me in real life. I want it to be the same person. I don't want to be
Right.
like this fucking character, and then when you see me in life, I have to like be the character. No, I want to be me 110% of the time.
Right. It's gonna feel better too because people are buying into who you are
They're
and
buying
not
into you.
this image that you have. Like some people have amazing online presence. I'm like, damn, they got 10,000 followers.
Hmm.
You know, they're popping on TikTok, they're popping on this, and then but then like you see them in real life, or you know, and they're like they're a wreck or they're depressed or they're not even like that. They just learned how to work the algorithm and put out good content
Yeah.
that popped off or whatever. And it's just like look at Fuzi too, bro. Like that dude was the dude for a minute. Now he just like wanted to kill himself and went all
Hmm.
crazy. And
Literally.
it's like I don't ever want to because I've noticed what I've been doing lately. I've been like, oh, I'm trying to like pop on TikTok or I'm trying to pop on YouTube because I just love making those because they're hella funny and I
Hmm.
enjoy doing it. But I'm trying to like be like Rob, your follower that it doesn't matter that much.
Facts.
Like just have fun with it. It'll come. But I don't want to ever get to a point where I'm just like, oh, I got 10 more followers. Oh, I lost followers. Fuck all this shit. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
And that's the one thing that like I've noticed with myself. Like when I first started Twitch streaming, I was so like number driven that it was like making me depressed. Like I always felt like I was so focused on numbers, and that only comes from because of working in sales. Like pay attention to the numbers so much because that's what I always was doing. So when I was like so focused on numbers, like I just saw my mental health go extremely low. And that's what I told
Bro, and I'm
myself.
I'm glad that I like have you to tell me those things because I stream too now.
Hmm.
And literally that's how I am. I'm like, damn, I only have 3 people watching me. Like I wish like I had 1,000 people and and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to focus on it, but it's like I also want it to get to that eventually because I
Hmm.
feel like otherwise like I do it for fun. I do enjoy doing it. I do enjoy like, giving my little commentary on games, but I also like would like an audience sometimes just to like see, if I am even entertaining or I don't know.
No, I feel
So
you.
I'm trying to like not focus on that as much, but I hope eventually it does get to that. I just don't want it to like you said affect my mental health to where like now all I care about is followers and likes and views more than like life, bro. Like you
Exactly.
know what I mean? Like it's insane. There's this movie you should actually watch. It's on Hulu. And it's literally about this girl that's all she wants. And she
Hmm.
literally starts robbing banks and grocery stores to get that clout because she posts a video of it. How it happens is it kind of accidentally happens how it happens, but
Yeah.
she gets like 1 million followers or whatever. So then she keeps doing it. But because that's all she wanted that bad. And
Yeah.
that's like an extreme case, but like the way life is like damn near these kids are growing up with TikTok. And then I bet you there's kids in high school right now that are like, I got 20,000 followers, and then their friends don't, and then they feel like they're not good enough,
Yeah.
and this person's better than them, and that's not even true, or what you know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah. It doesn't define who you are. And that's one thing with social
Yeah.
media that, well, that's so smokes and mirrors is like they give you the best of their lives, right? Especially Instagram. It's highlights of like the best parts of their life. They're probably not even really
Yeah.
like that in real life. They're probably like super depressed. They're probably like having like troubles. They're probably struggling, but they're showing you like the best highlights of what's going on in their life. Like,
Right, dude. I found myself like this is gonna sound corny as fuck, and I'm ashamed of myself, but I found myself like not now, but for a period of time, I was literally like trying to plan trips,
hmm,
and the first thing I thought about was what I'm gonna post when I got there.
yeah,
And I was like, I caught myself all the time. I was like, what the fuck, Rob? Like, yo, enjoy the trip. Like, don't post anything. Enjoy the trip. But I'm over here thinking about when I get there, I'm gonna post this and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do a TikTok like that. And I was like,
hmm.
just enjoy it. Remember, you just go on a trip. You didn't even care about your phone.
No,
You know
it's
what I mean?
just
And
for the
now it's like I'm
experience.
I'm literally going on these trips to post. So I fell back on that a little bit, and I was like, nah, that's not that's not real life, bro. I
Yeah,
want to have those memories with like you, my brothers, my mom, my friends, and I want those to be like genuine memories. I don't want to be
facts.
like you know, like, oh, I posted this and it looked like it was fun, but in reality, we fought. You know?
Yeah, literally. Like, here's a
Yeah.
cool picture of us in the nature, but literally 10 minutes before that, we're arguing the whole entire time we're hiking in the
Yeah.
nature.
Right.
And that's the thing, like, so, like social media, it has its good things it does, but it has its really bad things it does. Like,
Yeah.
social media, it connects you with people. That's the good thing about social media. It connects you with people that you love, and it connects you with like people that you know that you admire, like, you know, certain artists and certain stuff like that. And it's cool for a marketing thing for a business. Like social media, if you have a good social media presence with your business, generally your business should do pretty good because of all of the engagements and people that are seeing your content and stuff like that. So there's like
Right.
there's good things about it, but there's the negative things like almost outweigh the good because these are things that like deal with people's mental health. Like people kill
Right.
themselves when they don't have enough followers. People are literally
Yeah.
like going depressed and like losing their self and identity because they're trying to paint this picture of them like you were talking about with clout. Like clout's one hell of a drug. People are going out and like some of the pranks are funny, but some of them are literally like just fucking, you're just being an asshole to these people. Like you're really just being an
Yeah.
asshole. Like I saw one the other day where this dude was at Walmart and there's a Walmart employee doing his job. He puts a fucking like box on him, throws a ball at him, and then jumps on him a couple times and runs away. Like, bruh, he's just doing his job. Like he's not making,
You know
he's
that
making like
what's
14,
that
$13
dude?
an hour.
What's that dude Sean something? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think.
Something Sean, he like pulls chairs under people and like he'll like steal their drink and drink it like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Savage Sean. Savage Sean.
Yeah.
Like I was watching that dude and I was like, bro, this is stupid as fuck. Like
Mm-hmm.
he has hella followers, you know, he went viral, all this stuff, but I was like, a few of them were kind of funny, but then a lot of them like are hella stupid. I'm like, this dude's literally pulling a chair and a dude falls on the ground
Yeah.
and he's getting clout off that. And that's why I was just like, what are the like for me, I used to think being famous, you had to be really good at something, right?
Facts. You always had
Like
to.
like Big Sean said, his mixtape is called Finally Famous because when you're famous, you're recognized for being doing something so well that you become famous.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's people like Whoa Vicky and fucking Bad Baby where you just get famous off of just clout chasing and it just works. 6ix9ine,
Literally.
you know, stupid shit like that. And it's like, what is the point of being great if somebody like that could just do something hella stupid? Why am I gonna try hella hard at something? Not that you're necessarily doing it for the clout, but eventually, like, I'm not doing this for my health, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm making all this music, I'm kind of want it to be out there, I want to be known. Why am I gonna make the best music when I can literally go in the studio, you put on a trap beat, and I go, fuck a bitch in the ass, I don't care, get the cash, I don't care, when I'm flash, and then it's
Mm-hmm.
like, that's a hit. Like, what?
Yeah. It's
You know
just
what I
so,
mean?
and like I think as the generations have gone, people are just getting more stupid, and people are just
Yeah.
like not being like, for an example, like I think our like education system here is fucking terrible. Like people are not learning shit. They're not learning any type of life skills. It's just one of the worst things about our or not platform, but like the structure in America is that we don't care anything about education. Like we're not even paying teachers enough money to teach
Bro,
shitty ass
pay
kids.
the teachers. Pay the
Literally, give
teachers.
them a good
Fuck
salary.
these celebrities. Pay the teachers so they'll teach kids some shit.
And that's why I think the generation's so bad. I grew up with like some asshole ass teachers. Like some teachers really like changed my life in means of like how they directed my attention and stuff like that. But I had like some shitty teachers that really didn't care because they weren't getting paid. Like they just weren't getting as paid as much. Plus throw in like there's no budget for them, so they got to buy their own like materials, and then their classes are overstuffed and all these like other problems that come into it. Like I can see why teachers get so frustrated and stuff like that. It makes sense. And then you got like asshole Billy Bob over there that makes your life a living hell because he's having problems at home and he's doing that at home trying to get attention from the kids, when in
Mm-hmm.
reality it needs to be some type of counseling or some type of thing to get his focus like directed. Like kids right now, there's so many problems when it comes to like media and stuff like that that like brainwash them on how to act, that it becomes like a big thing. Like one thing too that's like a joke now is like cheating. Like people like think cheating is cool. That
You mean
shit's
like
not.
cheating on your spouse or
Yeah,
like
just in general, like all this stuff I see. Like I saw a video the other day where this girl was like gloating like, oh, my side piece is dropping me off at my boyfriend's at 2 a.m. Like that's cool to
yeah,
you.
that's it's insane, bro.
It's
There's
cool to
like
hurt people's feelings. Like that's cool.
yeah, like I saw you know when they do like those little interviews, like they'll interview somebody at the mall with like their phone,
Hmm.
and he was like, "When is it okay to cheat?" And he's like, "Bro, it's always okay to cheat until you find that wife." Like, da 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 da. I was like, "Bruh, no, it's not. Like, first of
No,
all, just tell the girl you're done."
it's
You know what I'm
so
saying?
easy. Just break up with
Yeah,
her, bro.
and I'm not gonna act like I'm Mr. Perfect and I haven't ever done anything when I was way younger, but I
Yeah,
learned from that and grown. And like literally, if I don't want to be with a girl and I want to go do my thing, then I'm gonna go do that, and I'm gonna tell her like, "Hey, I'm honestly right now I'm blah 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 blah." I'm not gonna cheat on her and try to eat my cake and have 5 different cakes because
exactly.
at the end of the day, when you see that pain on her face, bro, it's raps. Like you're gonna be
Oh,
like,
there's
"Bruh."
literally, and I've been cheated on before. That shit is
So
not
have I.
cool.
So have I. Yeah.
That shit like tears you down, like literally, like tears our whole entire self esteem and stuff
That shit is
down.
worse than getting your ass whooped.
Facts. Like I would
I'd
much
rather
rather
get
get
my
my ass
ass
beat.
whooped than that because like you're like spiritually broken for like a year
Yeah, physical
or
like
more.
harm, like you'll heal and repair, like you'll be
Yeah.
cool. Like emotional repair, that shit like will still go on 5 to 6 years down the road. Like
That shit
that
will
shit is
linger. That's why I
linger.
try to tell people words can hurt, bro. Words can hurt more than physical. They don't. Words don't hurt me. Okay, nigga. I
After
hurt your
someone's calling you a
phone.
bitch for like the thousandth time, you're gonna be like, I guess I'm a fucking bitch. I don't know what's going on.
Yep.
And that's the fucking card thing, like, and that's why I still think social media is so fucking toxic because of the fact that, like, you look at the comments, nothing but hate, nothing but shitty things people
Bro,
are
oh my
saying.
god. Yeah. Comments are especially like YouTube, like YouTubers, like people be wanting to kill themselves over their comments, and I'm like, you got to be wary of like all the good stuff that happens. There's a bunch of other haters that are gonna hit you with
Yeah,
some bullshit too. You just got to be, ready for that.
yeah. Like I used to love this YouTuber. His name was Zateka, and he like killed himself, and a lot of it came from like the people
Oh,
in
you
the
showed me
streams and
that,
stuff.
bro. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, didn't he like record it too, or like say he was about to do it or something?
Yeah, he said like so he had like a stand, like someone like called that was worried about him. I think it was his girlfriend or some fan or something like that. Called and said he was like having a meltdown and like saying he was gonna kill himself. So the police like broke into his place and stuff like that. And then like everything was cool, and then people were just like literally like these people are the ones that I think drove him to his death, and he already had like shit going on like mentally wise. So he needed help, but instead people just wanted to egg him on to the point where he just ended up like he disappeared for a couple of days, and then they found out like his body washed up like over a river or something like that. He jumped off a bridge in New York. Like that shit's
Bro, that's
crazy.
terrible. Yeah, that's
Like
why you got to be careful with this. Like
this is a crazy
anything
life.
that, yeah, anything that's good can have its downfalls, and that's why like fame and attention, like we were talking about, that's been like a heavy topic lately because I feel like a lot of people are especially our group and like even like in general are doing a lot of stuff. Like
Hmm.
they might be starting clothing brands, they might be YouTubers, they might be rappers, they might be all that stuff. But you got to realize like with attention comes other stuff. That's why I'm a quote J. Cole because this is one of my favorite lines. I hope I don't mess it up. He said, real niggas focus on the cash, so that's where my aim at. Whole niggas love the attention, want to be famous, rather make a meal and nobody know who my name is. And basically, it's like all this attention, like it's cool and all that and that clout, but there's also a other side to it. There's
Hmm.
haters. You know what I'm saying? There's people that literally just want to see your downfall. So there's people that are even your friends start becoming envious.
Yeah.
There's you know,
Criticism.
there's a crazy devil out there that just goes against, when you're trying to rise up. So as long as
Yeah.
you're mindful of it and you try to be smart, it's cool. That's why like me, I want to put out my content. If it goes somewhere dope, if it doesn't, at least I did it. This will be like a time capsule. So if I am gone, you guys can watch these, and me and Keanu will be like, gang, gang, gang.
And gang
Yeah.
gang, bro. And let's do it with this podcast. Like every day, every week, I want to always record. Even if we got like to 100, 150 episodes, and we finally blow up after there, that's cool with me. As long as we keep it going and stay consistent and
Of
roll through
course.
the
Yeah.
punches and stuff. Like I feel like consistency and doing it, just like you said, like before when we're recording, like doing what we say we're gonna do and not
Yeah.
stopping at the one like ground haul, like just rolling through the punches, and that's
Right.
important. Like I feel like if
Consistency
I
is
never,
the
like I said, if I felt like I never stopped streaming in 2018, I wonder where I would be at with streaming now.
yeah. What if I never stopped rapping
Yeah.
in 2000 and what was that? 10?
Mm-hmm.
I could be popping right now. It could have took 5 years, 6 years, but I just stopped. And it's consistency. I always ask people, like even people that are like not famous, but even like they're kind of doing stuff. I'm like, how did you like get to that level? And they're like, bro, I just stay consistent. He was like, look at all these videos I have on YouTube. Look at I have 50 videos. There's 20 of them that look, there's no views and they're trash. But then there's like this 30 that like it worked because they just stay
Mhm.
consistent. That's why like even if this is not the best podcast right now or the best this right now, like it's gonna get better. I'm gonna
Yeah.
learn from it. We're gonna evolve and it's gonna be we're gonna have just more stuff to add to it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Episode
yeah.
1 compared to episodes like 150 are gonna be two different types of
Bro.
things.
Episode 150, we're gonna be in a fucking big ass house and like have literally like studio professional
Facts.
microphones and it's gonna be
Manifestation.
crazy. All right, it's gonna
Facts.
be some crazy stuff.
Just be
But
patient with your shit.
how I wanted to kind of end it,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of how we said is with one of your funny ass like life questions, like those ultimatums.
Yeah.
So what is the one? Hold on, there's one on here. Actually, you know what? For the first episode, let's keep it like what you said before. So I'll let you answer the question though, or ask the question about the mermaid.
Oh, okay. We're gonna finish on a hot one.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a question. No, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna go right in. So,
All right.
Rob, this is a would you rather. So you're on a deserted island, right?
Mhm.
And you have one thing there with you. It's a mermaid.
Okay.
Would you rather be, like a traditional mermaid where it's top half human and bottom half fish, or would you rather have it top part fish and bottom part human?
Facts. All right, so I'll give a little disclaimer. I kind of knew this question because we tried to record the podcast before and it was like a little bit of a we had some technical issues, so that's why we couldn't put that one out. But I'll tell you exactly what I said. And first of all, my reaction was like dying. I was laughing. But what I said is I would rather have the bottom half human and the top half fish because I was thinking nasty. I was thinking with my other head, like, man, I need to have some type of, you know what I'm saying? If it's a bad female mermaid and she has like a bottom half, like a Mexican girl booty, but then like the top is fish, it's good. You feel me?
Mhm.
But Keanu brought a good point to my head but bro, she can't talk because she's a fish. So that means you're gonna be stuck on an island and you can have nobody to ever talk to ever.
Mhm.
So I think I just have the traditional mermaid because then you could talk to her and then you could do other stuff that way. You know, it won't be the same, but you're good. But you have somebody to talk to. So that's what I would
Nice.
choose. I changed my answer from the first one.
But it's funny though, because the thing too is like I told him as well is like, look, the top part's fish, so he's got gills, so he has to be in the water. So you're just gonna have some naked ass legs in the water at all times.
Just fucking like a booty in the air, and I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? And it's just like
Literally, and it's gonna be gulp, 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 gulp. Yeah, so that's the best way. If anybody says top patch fish, I'm sorry, you a fucking freak.
Yeah,
And you obviously
nasty.
don't like being social because I need someone to talk to.
Facts. You got that fish fetish or something. You probably got an aquarium, or you probably watched The Boys and liked your favorite one was the deep, who nobody cares about.
And plus, on top of that, like my mermaid can go, she go hunt for me. Give me some fish.
Right.
I'm starving. I got
Exactly.
you.
Go down there. Go, bring up some anchovies and some fucking.
Some
we can make
salmon.
crab. Go get some crabs.
Yeah, hook
We
it
can
up
make
with
some
some
crabs.
crabs. Under the sea, just go in. Be like my mermaid.
Under the sea. All right, my dude Kiki. Well, it was great talking to you. Great first episode of the OOP podcast, y'all.
Yes,
we're
sir.
gonna be posting this on YouTube for the full episode, and we're gonna chop up some clips for y'all for our social media platforms. We're gonna do this every week. We're gonna get better at it. We're gonna have more interesting topics. There's gonna be more stuff. So stay tuned because we're working, man, and we're crafting, and we appreciate anybody that's tuning in. You got anything you want to say, Kiki?
Big facts. Just hold your seat, baby, because you're just in it for the ride. We're in the driver's seat. You're in the passenger seat. We keep it lit. We keep it sexy. We look like beautiful ass men, but don't forget. I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah.
All right, for sure, bro.
All right,
Well, I'll
buddy.
catch you later, bro.
Yes, sir. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, for sure.
All right.
Peace.
Deuces. Bye, everybody.